YouTube, of course. No matter which platform you're seeing me on, make sure TikTok that you, I'm pointing right at you, you. Make sure that you subscribe, of course, um, to me, to my page. YouTube, make sure that you subscribe to my channel. Like I said, definitely make sure that y'all subscribe. Make sure you're sharing. Make sure you're letting people know that I'm live and that kind of thing as well. So this is Tonetta Clay, your social worker coach. I'm actually more than a social worker coach. I guess I put it that way. By degree, I'm a social worker. I have gotten a certified life coach certificate. I've gotten that. But what I don't usually, I have talked about it, of course, on my regular Facebook page and other places on social media. But what I don't always talk about is my creativity and things that I'm looking to do when it comes to my creativity. Because I know that when I was going through a lot of traumas and dramas and experiences and lessons and just life in general, a lot of the things that I did to help me heal was my creative things, whether that was baking, whether that was writing, whether that was I used to love planning events and doing stuff like that, just keeping my mind going so that I can refocus myself and that kind of thing, and also plan for my future. I guess I put it that way as well. But like I said, I know it was all those creative things. I'm not saying that I don't love the social work, I don't love the coaching, but I love my creative things more. I guess I put it that way. And that's what this video is about. It's about balloons, and more balloons. I put it that way. A lot of y'all don't know me, of course. I'm going live on TikTok and YouTube. But your girl has been a social worker for, it'll be 24 years this month, actually. But like I said before, I have a lot of creative background that I love doing, and I've always wanted to just fully tap into it. I guess I put it that way, because I don't know where it can go. I can see, I definitely see the vision, I can tell you that. But like I said, definitely, once I get started, that kind of thing, I don't know where it's going to take me to. I have no idea. So I want to take y'all along for that ride and that journey, I put it that way. The creative things I do, of course, I love to write. I know I've talked about, y'all may have seen, if y'all looked at some of the videos on here, about me writing my first book and that kind of thing, which I'm still in the process of doing so. But the other creative aspect things that I'm getting, that I'm taking more fully as a full-time, whatever I'm going to do with it, or try to turn it into full-time. I guess I put it that way. My baking business is called Cookies and Ish. It was several names before that, before I even moved her to Tucson. Right when I moved to Tucson back last summer, I changed the name to Cookies and Ish, because of course I love making the big cookies and that kind of thing, but I also love making, of course, cupcakes, pound cakes, different things like that. I know how to make. I love the small treats, pretzel rock, like chocolate covered pretzel rod, like I said, the cupcakes, the brownies, Rice Krispie treats. I love stuff like that, but I also love the homemade taste of the pound cakes and the gooey butter cakes and the peach cobblers and stuff like that as well. So like I said, that's my Cookies and Ish. And like I said, when I moved her to Tucson, I started getting very serious, because I knew that God had given me this awesome blessing, I guess I put it that way, in order to, of course, to bake and to create something in the kitchen. And I was not going to waste that. Back in St. Louis, of course, yes, I did have a baking business and that kind of thing too, but I wasn't always taking it serious. Like I said, I was definitely looking at other people's businesses and what they're doing and comparing myself and that kind of thing as well, and not seeing the full picture for myself, but just comparing myself to others who they're doing this and they're making this amount and they have these many followers, they have this or that. But what I know is that we all start from somewhere as well. And I'm sure they started from zero just like everybody else. And like I said, I had to get it through my mind that I cannot focus on what they're doing. I have to focus on what I'm doing. Then another thing was I kept starting and stopping back when I was in St. Louis. Starting and stopping, just allowing life to get in the way and that kind of thing as well. I didn't see it. I saw the business as a business. I guess I put it that way to a certain aspect. But I did see a whole lot of people that I knew was around in circles. They baked as well. So for me, I know they always say there's no competition, that kind of thing. But in certain cities, certain places, there is it's not that it's competition, but the market is kind of oversaturated. I guess I put it that way. And like I said, that's what I started to see as well. And then it was just like folks wanted something for nothing. I guess I put it that way. And I'm like, this is not going to work. And like I said, I had to revamp some things when I moved her to Tucson last summer. And I did, revamp it. That's why it's called Cookies and Ish. But like I said, definitely, I knew that I had to start taking my creativity seriously. Like I said before, the creative things that I do have, of course, helped me heal along my journey. I can't say 100%, but at least 85%, because nobody's going to be totally healed from every single thing and all the triggers gone. Nobody's going to be like that I've ever seen. And if they tell you they are, to me, they're not telling the truth. But because we're always going to have life happens, we're always going to have moments of frustration. We're always going to have moments when there's down periods and that kind of thing. My main thing with dealing with me and anybody coaching or anybody that I'm working with as a social worker, that kind of thing, is to make sure that when you're having those down moments, those frustrating moments, for me and everybody else, and for y'all that's listening as well, to make sure that you're not staying in that valley for too long. Don't stay in that valley for 3-4 days, 5-6 weeks, 5-6 months, 5-6 years, and all this kind of thing, because you're going to be stuck in that same depressive pattern over and over again. And it's going to be harder and harder and harder to pull yourself up out those things. So like I said, that was something that I definitely realized that when with the baking that I was doing. And like I said, it definitely helped me, like I said, to lessen my triggers, to help me plan and strategize for the future, to help me, like I said, heal from the things that I was going through, sexual abuse, seeing my father beat my mom a lot. Of course, they're using drugs and that type of thing too. I mean, I saw that going on as well. And like I said, a lot of deaths that I was around. I lost a lot of folks growing up, family members, friends, and that kind of thing. Some due to just health issues, and some due to untreated health issues as well. But then some due to, of course, gang violence, drug violence, and stuff like that. So like I said, I've had a crazy kind of life, I guess I put it that way. It's probably not different from others out there as well, but for me, it's definitely unique to me. And like I said, just going through all those things, I've always fell back on my baking. I've always fell back on my creative things. That's like I said, that it helped me refocus my mind to something else. I guess I put it that way. And then let me go ahead and get into the topic, because I'll keep going on and on and on. But the topic of this video is talking about blooms. One thing y'all probably don't know, back in the day, back when I worked, let me see, it was probably about 16 years, I don't know, a long time ago, between about 16, 15 years ago, I worked at a shelter or transitional housing program for single mothers. And I did a lot of like their event planning and that kind of thing when it came to like the mom's parties and the kids' parties. I still love doing stuff like that. I'm looking for an agency down here in Tucson now so that I can start, of course, hosting some monthly birthday parties if they will allow me to do so. Because I think the kids would just love that. But like I said, definitely planning their parties, the annual anniversaries that we had, the annual barbecues that we had for the agency, all types of things like that, the trivia nights. And like I said, and before I even started that job, way before that, back when I was in my late teens, right after I got out of college, I wouldn't say late teens, because I didn't have enough money to start doing all that stuff then, but I would say about 22 to probably about, I don't know, late 20s. I don't know the years, but like I said, I used to throw parties all the time, Halloween parties, birthday parties. I even gave my dad a big old casino party and this kind of thing, and Christmas parties. Like I said, I have always loved doing stuff like that. In some of those years, I rented helium tanks, made like little balloon ceiling decorations, all type of stuff. And I had no idea back when I was in my 20s, that was over 20 years ago, that was even a viable business to even have, or that there was even a way to even create a business with decorating with balloons and stuff like that. That's why this video, like I said, is called Balloons, 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 and me possibly starting a balloon business. But I can't say possibly. This is something that I'm looking into to go ahead and get started, but I have to practice at this time. So like I said, I definitely want to bring y'all along on this journey. And like I said, I talked about a lot of things on these pages when it came to business, when it came to, like I said, my creativity or your creativity, the mindset, just life in general, relationships and that kind of thing. But like I said, what it all takes me back to is your creativity. How it can help you through these situations, through the bad experiences that you have, breakups, divorces, losses in the family, whatever it is. And like I said, definitely just knowing that, and knowing that I was sitting on my creativity when it came to doing events, when it came to event decor. Because I did that back in the day for at least 15 years, maybe. It probably was a little bit more than that, I would say. But somewhere along those lines. And like I said, I know God did not give me these gifts and these talents to just lay dormant on them. I guess I put it that way, and do nothing with. So like I said, I definitely, I'll be posting, of course, on both YouTube and TikTok. Y'all will be seeing my progress and that kind of thing, or lack thereof. If for some reason I can't get the business started or it's not creating any income, that kind of thing, you all know that too. And when it starts, you all going to see that too. You all going to see my creation, I guess, creating these balloon like balloon baskets and things like that, balloon decor, balloon, what is it called, garlands and stuff like that, like the Christmas garlands like made out of balloons. Like I said, you'll start seeing some of those as well. I have never made those things before. Yes, I have made candy bouquets because I had a business selling candy bouquets back in St. Louis as well. And let me see what else. I did like party favors. I did all types of things like that, but never a straight up balloon business. It wasn't until recently I was looking at something. I mean, I have seen balloon garlands and that kind of thing throughout my life. I mean, I've seen them, and like maybe in like the last 5, 10, I don't think it's, I mean, probably like 5 years. See them, I guess, like different like open houses and different events and stuff like that. I've seen stuff like that, and I'm like, okay, is this? Well, I never thought that it could be a business for me at all, but I know that, like I said, I definitely want to get into the events business. I want to take this full time, and like I said, definitely. I figured I was looking around for buildings and trying to see how much they were. And here in Tucson, I'm like, okay, these are thousands of dollars a month for some of this stuff because they're owned by the bigger companies, companies, and they want you to get so many square feet. I guess I put it that way. So I was like, okay, I scratched that for right now. So I got to make some money in order to get something like that. So like I said, what I thought about was, of course, starting when I looked on YouTube and was looking up some stuff, and something about balloons came across my page one day. And I'm like, okay, what is this? So I started looking at it, and I got all into the world of balloons and figuring out how they, I guess, how they made these balloon bouquets and not balloon bouquets, but balloon decorations and decor and all that type of stuff. And I'm like, okay, I've always loved balloons. My family knows that every time I have a party, did something, I have got to have balloons. Whether I was renting a helium tank to have some balloons up in the ceiling or doing some kind of centerpieces, or if it was just hanging balloons around the room, that type of thing. I did both sometimes. But like I said, I've always loved balloons, so I don't see why I couldn't start a business like this. And like I said, this was actually just this week. It wasn't like it was years ago. Yes, I did this stuff years ago, but this was just this week. I'm making my mind up today to go ahead and start these things. I bought a lot of stuff yesterday. And like I said, definitely just teaching myself how to do these balloons, how to get things going, how to start the business here. I know how to start a business. I mean, I know like the business background. I know all that kind of stuff because I've been studying business for the last several years. So, of course, I know how marketing, advertising, all those types of things when it comes to the physical product type business, I guess I put it that way, or the service type businesses. So like I said, I know I had that because I've always done that with like the cookie selling, cake selling, and all that kind of stuff back in the day. And I did events back in, I sweets catered some events, provided like the sweets and stuff like that for different events. I've done 2 weddings. I've done other parties. The folks I didn't know, but other parties and stuff like that they allow, pay for the stuff and let me cater their events. But like I said, definitely just knowing that this can be something as well that I can, of course, get into to help me move further into the events business until I can get my own space. If that's still going to be a goal after this, I don't know. But like I said, definitely this is something I'm just looking forward to as far as trying to build a balloon decor business. And like I said, I definitely want my YouTube family and my TikTok family to, of course, join me on this mission. I guess I put it that way because it's definitely going to be a mission. Because like I said, I have never made balloon not animals, but I guess garlands and stuff like that before. But I've seen the videos, and in the way it looks to me, because I'm a creative soul and that kind of thing, it does not look that difficult. But who knows when I get started? I do not know. We'll see. But like I said, I definitely want to share some of this stuff with y'all. And some of the stuff I bought, I went to Dollar Tree yesterday. Dollar Tree and Hobby Lobby to find some stuff that I can start, of course, just practicing with. And like I said, y'all be seeing these videos coming across too, not just with the balloons, but with the cookies and with mindset stuff, all types of things that I, of course, me spreading my lessons and my experiences and that kind of thing. Because I know everything that I'm doing is not just for me. It's for y'all, I guess for me to serve y'all as well, just to keep that in mind, y'all. But like I said, I went to Dollar Tree yesterday and was buying all this stuff. Dollar Tree and Hobby Lobby, I was buying all this stuff. So this is the first, because like I said, I watched some videos, several videos actually. But I found some things that, because like I said, I used to make candy bouquets. So I'm going to have to try to incorporate that into my balloon decor some kind of way. And I figured out a way already. But like I said, definitely, I know that for me, when I'm trying to start something or do something, I'm one that usually just jumps in, and I figure it out as I go along. Yes, it may fail, that kind of thing, and then yes, it may succeed as well. I've had that happen too, and like I have had both happen. I'm sure you all have as well. But like I said, I know me, I don't procrastinate. I don't spend time procrastinating. Now, yes, I may have to look at some videos to learn how to do these processes or whatever it is. That's about it. But once I start buying stuff and trying to figure the things out, like I said, that was yesterday, I'm going to start figuring this stuff out. And like I said, y'all going to go along for the journey as well. But this is one of the things that I bought yesterday is some It's yard balloon sticks. I know it like the balloon sticks that you like. You can either use them if you want to use it as a centerpiece, or you can stick them into the ground and have the balloon just flailing from there. You can do either one. But I bought a pack of those. Of course, I bought all this stuff that I actually had before I even moved her to Tucson. I gave all that stuff to my cousin. And when I was shopping at the store yesterday, I'm like, I'm buying all this stuff, and I had everything. But that's okay. I got to rebuy stuff. That's okay. But like I said, I bought some balloons. And these are just some cheap dollar balloons. I'm just going to see how this stuff going to work. I bought some ribbons. And I bought some big giant balloons. My receipt. Big giant balloons from Hobby Lobby. And like I said, this is something I'm going to start stuffing these balloons. I'm going to actually start one today to see if I can do this. So, because that's something that I want to start with as far as stuffing the balloons and that kind of thing. Like I said, that's for me. But like I said, the garland, I have these little balloons, and I have more for the garlands, y'all. I'm going to learn how to do this stuff. So like I said, definitely, I don't mind, like I said, my failures and that kind of thing. I don't mind y'all seeing that. That's fine. And I have more ribbons. And I have some balloon glue, like those, the glue dots. I have that too. Some of this stuff is not really for the balloon itself, but it's for a candy bouquet. I was going to get back into making some candy bouquets. But this is just tissue paper, y'all. Nothing special. Candy bouquet, you have to always make sure that you have styrofoam. And these are just some balls, y'all. Some of the balls I was going to stuff inside one of the balloons. And I did buy some pumps yesterday too. I'll show y'all those shortly. But like I said, this is, I was going to make a Mother's Day stuffed balloon. That's why I got this Mother's Day, a helium balloon actually. And it says, Mom, you're amazing, is what it says on it. So like I said, definitely I'll be stuffing this. Like I said, I'll see how it turns out. And I'll let y'all know too inside of one of these balloons. Let me put all these receipts. I got to save my receipts, y'all. For the business, because I will be getting this license. Like I said, I will make sure I can do this first, but of course, like I said, once I get started making my first few sales, like I said, I will be getting this business license. Just to, y'all to keep that in mind. And these are some bamboo sticks. You all probably don't know what candy. I'll make a candy bouquet one day on camera for y'all and teach y'all how to make them. Not today, but at some point. But these are the sticks that I have a loud motorcycle with somebody's car outside. But this is what you use to hold the candy inside the bouquet in the styrofoam. Of course, scissors, handy dandy scissors. For some reason, I bought these Dollar Tree scissors. They're actually Betty Crocker. They're like the red and white tip. For some reason, I can't find none of my scissors, y'all. Somebody done took my doggone scissors, I guess. Unless I just lost them. I don't know what happened to them. But I got some more. And like I said, I'll definitely buy another pair too. One thing I just realized I forgot was tape. But I already have tape, actually. Some tape around here somewhere. I'm not sure where, but I know I have it. And I'm not going to show y'all all this candy and stuff. But I have some chocolates that's going to go inside the candy bouquet. Like Godiva's, Ferrero Rocher, and stuff like that. It's going to go inside my candy bouquet. But I have this ribbon as well. Like I said, once I get started, I will let y'all know what's going on. And this thing is actually supposed to be a balloon arch strip. I'll try to use this at first. But I see the people making them on their own, and some of them use these strips and some don't. So I want to try to use it, then don't use it. I'll try to do it on my own as well. And this is another variety bag of balloons. Like I said, all this came from Dollar Tree. Well, $1.25 tree. I guess I put it that way. Including this container. This is the container my candy bouquet is going to sit in. And like I said, I bought pumps yesterday. I bought the handheld pumps. I know a lot of them had the handheld pumps. I bought one of those. And I know this is probably not the one that they use on the videos that I saw, but I bought whatever Walmart had yesterday, and this is what I bought, an electric balloon inflator. So like I said, definitely, like I said, I'll keep y'all posted on what's going on with this thing. And like I said, today I'm going to be practicing with some stuff to see how this stuff works, to see if I can actually stuff a balloon or what's going to happen with it, that kind of thing. But I have in my mind, I have 4 balloons, 4 of those, where they go? 4 of these big giant, they're actually 24-inch balloons. So I'm definitely going to be stuffing these balloons with different things. All 4 of them. I know we have Mother's Day coming up next Sunday, actually, so I'm going to be stuffing that one like today. We have Father's Day coming up. We have graduations coming up. We have all types of little holidays, Memorial Day, stuff like that coming up too, which I don't think I'll make one of these for Memorial Day, but still, like I said, Father's Day, graduations, and of course one with birthday, I guess I can use, as long as they don't bust. Now if it busts, y'all won't see that one, but otherwise y'all will see it. But like I said, definitely, I'm just excited, as you can probably tell in my voice. I'm talking so fast. I'm just excited. Like I said, to be doing something that's creative for me and something that I know I can get into and love. And like I said, definitely, I just hope that y'all, of course, with this is about me, but I want to make sure that y'all know this is about you too. I know there's somebody out there that's listening who has creativity, whether it's writing, whether it's dancing, whether it's art, whether it's making balloons, whatever it is, I don't know, making computer programs, whatever it is, making cell phones, I don't know, cooking food, baking food, making jewelry, whatever it is, doing eyelashes, doing hair. There's folks out there that's at the sound of my voice that's doing something creative that you love. And why don't you turn it into a business? I know I said that before, but like I said, you have to look at the things that those gifts and those talents that God gave you and go ahead and start using those things. They can be taken from you at any moment. Believe me when I say that. You want to start moving on those things. What I know about life is that once you, of course, yes, I'm in the coaching and that kind of thing, more of the coaching of inspiring, talking about life, relationships, all that type of stuff, which I've been talking about that for several years now. But what I know, it is fulfilling to a certain point, but I get a hell of a kick out of doing creative stuff. Like I said, planning the events, coordinating the events, even if it's coordinating a doggone meeting. I love doing that. I do that at work any day. Coordinating meetings, setting up meetings, doing tours. I just love stuff like that. And like I said, the baking and being in the kitchen and showing my creativity and showing what I can make, something out of nothing. I love stuff. I've always loved stuff like that. And like I said, I know you have something like that you love as well. And just know that if you're pushing it down, you don't want to do it, that kind of thing. Just know that that's probably where your passion and your purpose lies, y'all. That's going to make you fulfilled. And I know some of y'all may be like, that ain't right, that ain't true, this kind of thing. But what I know is from my own experiences, when I start doing something that I love and that I love and that I love, and that's bringing me joy and that's bringing me happiness and that's on what I can do, I guess I put it that way, that fulfills me. And I know y'all, when you get started, will be the same way as well. I see so many folks, of course, which is fine to have whatever kind of business you want to have, but the business, I'm not saying that making money is wrong. Nothing's wrong with making money. We all have to make money to survive. I know that. But just being in the business and you are feeling unfulfilled. I've read books about millionaires and billionaires who, of course, don't feel fulfilled. That yes, they may have all the money and created this business, that kind of thing, but it wasn't where their passion and their purpose lied. Their passion, their purpose, I'm sure lied, whatever the word is, in something creative that they were doing. And something that they tried to stuff away because they didn't see it being a prestigious business to have. I guess I put it that way. A lot of times that's the case. That was the case with me too, and others that I've known as well. And like I said, we have to get to a point where we realize that we have certain gifts and talents, and we have to use those things. You have no idea what kind of income that can bring in, what kind of service you can do for the world, what kind of people's lives you can touch. There's all types of lives I'm sure you can touch out there with your creativity. So what are you doing with it? I want to hear from y'all. Put it down in the comments. What are y'all doing with it? Because like I said, I'm tired of seeing generations go by and years go by and people are just going willy-nilly through life, working a full-time job like me, but not doing anything else to, of course, fulfill themselves when they're not happy with their jobs. I'm at the point, yes, I'm a social worker, work full-time, but I have to do all these things in the evening and on the weekend or whenever I have downtime at work in order to make sure that I'm going to be fulfilled doing something that I can be proud of. No, it's not going to take one day. It's going to take for whenever you achieve your goal. And it's going to take for you to put in that work. A lot of folks don't want to put in that work. I'm tired when I get off work and I don't feel like it. I got this going on. If you're sick and tired of your job the way you say that you are, like I am sick and it's not the job per se. The people, yes, it has been. Toxic people, yes, it have been. My thing is I'm tired of working for folks fulfilling their mission when mine is left unfulfilled. That's the point that I've been at, actually. Trying to figure out how to get to my fulfillment. I guess I put it that way. And start doing the things that's making me happy. Instead of making somebody else happy and I'm just like, oh, I'm tired of this. I'm dreading going into work and all these types of things. And I'm sure there's some of y'all out there who's listening to this can identify with that. Granted, there are some who love their jobs. I'm one that does not love my job. Yes, it's my investor into my business. My paychecks, yes, they go to pay, I guess, pay the bills that I have, but what I have left over is going to invest in my business to help me get this business started. That's what I use for my cookie business to help me buy the ingredients to start baking and all those types of things, or to buy the vendor table for me to go sell the cookies at. That's what my job does for me at this time. It's my investor. And like I said, a lot of times we, of course, like I said, get into these jobs, hate them, can't stand it, don't want to go to work. Mondays is the day that a lot of folks who work have heart attacks and strokes. That's work stress. That's work burnout as well. Compassion fatigue as well. And if you're going through these things and you feel that there's no way out, start your own business doing something that you love to do. It ain't got to be with balloons. It ain't got to be baking. It ain't got to be events. Whatever you do, dance, art, drawing, I don't know, doing hair, whatever you do, doing makeup, doing lipsticks, whatever you do, paint nails, whatever it is, making clothes. You have something that you can do well that you love doing and that you can do with your eyes closed. Even if that's speaking to somebody else. That can create an income as well. All our creativities can create an income as well. How do you think this world was created? By our creator, of course. I mean, everything that's done has been created with somebody with an imagination. We have the gift of an imagination that we can use to make something out of nothing. And like I said, I'm tired of seeing people, including myself, that's unhappy, but still staying in the same job, knowing that we can do something about it. I'm doing something about it at this time, yes. I've been doing something about it throughout the years, but it was not consistent as I should have been. Now I'm very consistent. Because I know this job will get me nowhere but to the next paycheck. It's not going to give me a higher pay. It's not going to give me the fulfillment that I want at all. And I'm sure y'all can identify with that as well. I don't care how much your job pays you. If you're not fulfilled at that job and you're not happy at that job, you're sick and tired of that job, that's all it's going to be until you start making changes to do something different with your life. So I know I'm going to stop preaching, y'all, because I can sit up and preach all doggone day long. But I just want to make sure that y'all hear what I'm saying. Yes, while I'm working full-time, I've started my part-time business here. And yes, I'm going to add the event decor to that business. It's not going to be hard to do. Because sweets catering goes along with the events as well. Because I used to carry events back in St. Louis. It all is event decor. I put it that way. Some you eat and some you don't eat. But like I said, I definitely had to realize that my creativity, I cannot let it go. Just keep going and laying dormant, just sleeping, just sitting there, doing nothing with it. I wrote a whole entire business plan for an event business probably about 10 years ago. In my mind, I didn't have the money to start the business. I didn't have the money to buy the space. I didn't have the money to rent a space. So what's the point? And I just left it alone. I can no longer do that with my life. I made it my business last year. I said that whatever I start or whatever ideas that I had, because I've already started that. Started writing the plan years ago, 10 years ago probably. I was in Grace Hill's, back in St. Louis, Grace Hill Women in Business class. I went to like their business class back then. It probably was 10 years. I know I have the dates in the book somewhere. I laid dormant. I let that stuff just sit in that book. And these are ideas that I could have been put to action, been making money off of, probably been to have my own business off of as well. Could have had my event space by now probably. But like I said, I had to realize and understand that if I kept just sweeping those things up under the carpet that I wanted to do, that is not going to, my life is not going to change at all. I'm telling y'all the same thing. If you keep doing what you're doing and you complain about your life ain't changing, all these types of things, you're the reason why. And if you want to see something different, you have to get started doing some other work out there. Creating your part-time business if that's what you want to do. Or if you love working and want another job, then look for that thing then. I'm not knocking anybody that works. That's up to you. We need workers in this world too. It'd be a crazy world with just a world full of businesses and nobody to even help us work the business. That'd be really crazy to begin with. And there's folks who have different skills and abilities that some are best being employees. Everybody's not best being a business owner. I'm hoping y'all understand that, because some people will tell you employment is bad, employment is bad. No, it's not bad. It depends on what your goals and what your talents and gifts are. For me, it has turned bad, I put it that way. Over the years, actually, when I started my first job, I knew that I did not want to work in that field anymore, in social work. I knew that the days before I even started. And I felt at that time, back that was over 26, 20, however long ago, I felt that I could not start a business because I didn't have the income. I didn't know anybody that had started one. I didn't even know it was possible for me. It wasn't until the last, yes, I had the cake business, that kind of thing, way after that. I did have that. But I had to start and realize that this can be a viable business. This is not just a business where I can, of course, just lollygag in. No business is. And if you do lollygag in your business, you're not going to make any money at all. So like I said, I had to realize that I had to get things going and be serious about it this time. And not just play and dibble and dabble, that kind of thing. That's why I went all in buying all this stuff. If I can't figure it out today, which I'm probably not going to figure everything out today, I'm going to keep working at this stuff until I get it right. That's how that's going to go. Then I get my business license. After I have a first few sales, then I get my business license. But I have to teach myself how to do these things to a certain extent. The balloon tying and stuff like that, I mean, I know how to do that, but like I said, I have to still learn how to do the arches, and it's going to be a whole lot of balloons up in this house, I can tell you that. My partner going to come home like, what the heck is going on? You got balloons everywhere. I sure do. And he knows my plan as well. But I have to start from somewhere. I cannot just keep laying on these things, trying to figure out how I can get into the events business if I haven't even tried to even start doing anything in the field at all. And I've already had the plans written out years ago. That's dumb for me. And that's why I'm in the situation where I'm at now. And if you're in the same situation that I'm in, you're trying to figure out why your life hasn't moved forward and all these types of things, look at what you have done over the years. You've created that wherever your life is up until this moment today. And that's something that I had to tell myself that truth and figure out what I was going to do after. That was the other day. Actually, I've told myself that several times. And I had to figure out where I was going to move and where I was going to go afterwards. So I refuse to sit up here and just sit in the same situation doing nothing about it. I refuse. And like I said, y'all will be seeing this journey going along with me as well. And I hope that through my journey, it inspires you to, it empowers you to, of course, start your own part-time business if that's your plan and that's your goal with your creativity. So that you can start making money on your own as well and seeing where your creativity can take you to. I would love to know as well. Like I said, put in the comments what your what you love doing, what your creativity is. And with that, I'm going to go ahead. I know I'm a little bit over 30 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and get off here. I just want to say thank y'all for tuning in. And like I said, you will be seeing me talking about and demonstrating some of this bloom business, so that I can learn and so that you can learn as well, in case somebody out there is interested. And if not, I just hope that it inspires and empowers you to start something on your own so that you can get out of that rut that you've been in for the last, I don't know how many years. So with that, y'all, I want to say thank you all for tuning in. Again, this is Tonetta, your social worker coach and your creative, the owner of Cookies and Ish. I want to say make sure that you, of course, follow my page. And make sure on YouTube that you subscribe to my channel as well. Like I said, we're all in this together. We're all going to be learning all this stuff together. And if you have a business that you're trying to start and you want to start sharing your story, please let me know so I can follow you too. I don't mind. Support nobody else. It's fine with me. Just let me know. Shoot me a DM and just let me know. Or comment on the video. Either one is fine with me. So like I said, definitely I want to just thank you all for being on here. And like I said, you'll be seeing your girl posting videos more about the cookies, blooms my creativity. And of course, like I said, the mindset, relationships, the stuff I've been talking about. As a social worker and a coach, that's my background. And I will definitely keep educating on things like that. But when it comes to the creativity, you will see more of that coming to the forefront. And like I said, I definitely invite you along on this journey. If you want to follow the journey with me, my life's journey with this creative business, make sure that you are following and subscribing to my channel. Again, I'm Tonetta Clay. Peace out, y'all. Have a good one.